Hey YouTube, what's up? It's Alex with the vacuum guy here. Not fan, so let's go back there. The vintage fans always work the best. And today I have for you a video of my Hoover Professional Series CH50020 commercial upright. Make sure the other side has my shipping. Yep, just making sure. Box is nice, smells good. Foam piece where the front of the base was sticking into right in there. Then the back of it was being held up against with this little cardboard retainer flap thing down there. A whole bunch of plastic bagging. This thick one is covering the whole base. And as you might have seen in my unboxing video of this, sorry if that was a pretty crappy video and you could barely hear me. My sister was doing the camera work. And I had a very adorable little assistant, my coworker's 1-year-old daughter that I was babysitting today, so that way she could go to work and yada yada yada. And I kind of had a little bit of help from her, mainly touching it and whatnot. And you might have seen when she was touching on the vacuum, I kind of pulled it away from her and she kind of snapped at me. It was funny. But yeah, see, this is modeled after the decade 80, 800, and or Supremacy, which is the burgundy red decade series machine, or style machine, whatever you want to call it. Very nice, thick, 50-foot cord. And it says on the box, as I'm reading it, meets OSHA requirements, blah, 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 no one cares. This cord is actually like a little too thick, but you know what? It just means that much more durability and ruggedness and dependability. And it's a really nice, very sturdy pigtail cord. So if this cord should ever get damaged, within me owning it, which I know it won't, unless somebody comes ripping through here on their quad, which I'll beat the shit out of them for, and somehow chews up the cord, I can just go to a place like True Value, find a black extension cord like this, 50 feet, 100 feet, whatever I choose. So I'm probably going to go with like a 25 to 30 foot, and just pop it right on there. But this thing has a 50-foot cord, which I freaking love. One outlet does the whole entire house. I love it. Foot activated switch, and this thing also has 2 LEDs, one right there and one right there. Here's a quick close-up of the label. Let's get into the light some more. Steel lined fan chamber, edge cleaning. Professional series, then edge cleaning again. Don't know if you've seen this, but it has a belt height adjustment window. High in the manual it says highest. Let's see if I can jump on it. Alright, see if I can turn on some light here, overhead light. Play some more electricity from my parents. There you go. Maybe. I know you get the point. Highest, high, medium, and then low. Lows for glue down commercial pile carpet. Mediums for short pile carpet. High is for carpet that has like a normal tile nap like this, but it's much thicker, which this is. And high is for like thick density plush like shag carpets. I don't know if anybody except for a couple few vacuum collectors who even have shag carpets anymore. Maybe besides some really old people. No offense. And I suppose you want to see the LED headlights, which switches down there, sign up on the handle. Pulling is solid. See, they glow, watch. It's because of the capacitors inside there. Because when I was doing some reading up on some LEDs, and these things are very sensitive to changes in the electrical current. So, but it's up there and have capacitors to slowly, like, start them up or slowly start them down. Then the things will just blow. I love this thing. Very happy with it. Money well spent, in my opinion. And this is my early birthday gift because today is September 11th. God bless all those families and whatnot. And I will always remember. You know, and my birthday is tomorrow, September 12th. So, came a day early. So, I'm actually really happy. Hoover Professional Series. HEPA Media, can't really read that. If I can get up on it. Traps 99.97% of dust and pollen down to 0.3 microns. disposable bag made with HEPA media. The 99.97 is actually the HEPA media inner bag, and the outer bag will just capture the rest of the 0.3% of microns and pollens and ragweed and whatever else this Hoover decides to actually want to pick up. Oh yeah. I've had to redo this video so many times because I kept on getting freaking interrupted from my parents knocking on the door and playing their music and stuff, so. Very nice zipper. And oh yeah, for all those people who are like, wait a minute, a HEPA media shakeout bag? What isn't that like an oxymoron? As I've seen on Vacuum Land, people saying that's like an oxymoron. No, hang on. Let me set the camera down and I'll show you. You see, it's stitched off at the top with a wooden dowel rod inside there. So yes, in a sense, this thing could be used as a shakeout bag, although you can't use it because there's no way to dump it out. Another interesting fact I found about it, hang on. Sorry for setting the camera down so many times. I'm not going to take it out, but see, there's a little dirt separator pocket in there, so this thing actually was a shakeout bag, or it could be used as one, although who would want to? It's such a beautiful bag. Here's the Type A fill tube right there, connected to the HEPA media Type A bag. Very nice quality bag. And it runs behind the dirt pocket, and what the dirt pocket does is air and dirt gets thrown up into the bag, and then it falls back down behind the pocket so it doesn't get stuck. Sorry about my finger. So it doesn't get stuck in the airflow path down here. And real quick while I reassemble this. Loving this vacuum. Money extremely well spent in my opinion. And they don't actually make these professional series of this. Money well spent in my opinion. Yeah, you can look at the ceiling because I was talking and the microphone is being covered up. Don't know if you can hear me. But like I was saying, they don't make these professional series anymore. Supposedly, according to Guardsman 69 of Vacuum Land, they're actually coming out with a new all-red Hoover commercial vacuum, just like the original convertible, like my U4389 Code style shape and whatnot. Hang on, let me pop up this bag real quick. New vacuum smell. Love it. Sorry, camera's kind of upside down. At least I know it locks the camera's orientation, so when I flip it back upside down, it doesn't actually change on me, so it doesn't mess up the video. And this thing has Hoover's. I'm going to be very careful. Power switch is right underneath where I'm grabbing, or approximately. Is it going to hit the floor? No, not even close. And also the bottom. Oh yeah, no, actually I have something else to show you what's underneath here. Clear fan. Clear fan. That is, I've never seen that before on a Hoover. Yep, and I got some more Hoover convertible style 48 belts. There's a belt that was on this since it's been sitting in a warehouse for approximately 3 years. The belt on this was thin and worn down and stretched out. And I actually ran it like that just to hear the motor run, and the brush and belt were slipping so bad. It was not even funny. Hoover squirrel row agitator. Agitates the living shit out of my carpet. Nice metal end caps, I love that compared to the cheap plastic ones. Nice thick steel brush roll. Stiff brush strips, love that. I love the fact that since Guardsman 69 was a part of this in designing in the R&D lab and whatnot, this thing actually has a steel bottom plate. I freaking love that. There's absolutely nothing to hate about this Hoover. Very sturdy ABS plastic, steel lined fan chamber. Gotta love it. That way you can pick up stuff and not have it bust through the fan chamber. Pretty sure the clear fan is made of some special material too. There's some warning crap down there which no one really ever cares about. But I guess I have to put that down there so that way they can't get sued. That's how I see it. Woo, I almost turned it down there. That would have sucked. Make sure everything's all nice and snug underneath here. I almost turned it on again. So, yep, and the bag connects just like it does in any other convertible. You pull this latch back to the side, back towards that way. Hook the two plastic tabs in the middle, slides underneath there. Pull, push the bag upwards, and then quickly release this little tab so it locks it into place. It actually locks it in here a lot sturdier than it does my convertible. I freaking love that. So this thing is completely sealed too. So all the dirt and dust that does get sucked up into this actually does go into the bag. And the reason why you're wondering if this video goes past roughly 10 minutes, it's because I set it, the video time, to half an hour, so that way I can stay here and keep on talking about it. But suppose I'll stop boring you and actually run it. Kind of turn the lights off in here. Actually, no, I won't. Pull up my shorts here. Very nice contoured rubber handle grip. Huge cord hook up there. And here we go. Grooved very nicely. There we go, get the cord off the floor. A lot of airflow, holy crap. And a lot of suction too. They're actually white in person and not blue, but cool. My carpet feels like a sponge now because of this. It feels awesome. It feels fluffy. Yeah, this thing deep cleans so freaking well that my carpet actually feels like really spongy. Like, it feels like it's a legit pillow. It's like, feet-gasm right there, people. Feet-gasms. Hang on, set this down so I can go get the instruction manual real quick. I did it back in the hallway again. I'm eating one of those Fiber One brownie bars or whatever. Hoover Professional Owner's Manual. Please review this manual before operating your Hoover appliance. And OSHA stands for Occupational Safety and Health Act, or OSHA 29 CFR 1910 Subpart B requirements. 2008, all rights reserved. Printing the manuals 2 years ahead of time before the release date of that. This thing has a 6-amp convertible motor in there. There's something else cool about it came with. Bill is a parts breakdown. Parts breakdown of everything. I know lots and lots of stuff. It's freaking insane. But then when you actually get to taking it apart, which I probably never will, take it back, which I never will, and there always never seems to end up being that many parts. Let's actually really get into taking it apart. Yeah, I've never seen it with a clear fan before, or like a Hoover convertible, decade, supremacy, whatever you think of when you hear the name Hoover, with a clear fan. That is awesome. I love the fact that this thing has a steel-lined fan chamber. Oh yeah, it actually has a whole bunch of parts numbers on the back of here too. Example, autofocus, come on. The latch, nozzle guard, part number 361-53006. So that's awesome. Shaft. That shaft and nut are put together. See that shaft and nut? Props to Hoover for being kinky. And then it's in like 10 different freaking languages. Very thick book. Very nice though. Some toilet reading material. Again, I do love this box. It's very nicely. It's so plain it's beautiful. If that makes any sense. Well, this Hoover is just very stylish looking. I love it to pieces. And actually, it have a little piece of string inside the bag spring. They have a little piece of string inside there, but I undid that. I cut one end off and unlooped it, and then unlooped the other end. That way the bag spring could fully expand and move up and down with the handle without it, I don't know, putting strain, I guess, even though it's all steel. What else can I go on about this? Yeah. Let me see something. Come on, Hoover, over here. This thing is so bloody freaking heavy. It's not even funny. This thing is, like, really heavy. This thing probably weighs about 20 pounds. Like 28 pounds. Because on the shipping label, it says this box weighs exactly 30 pounds. When I picked it up from the UPS guy at my front door, he handed it to me, and I was like, oh, damn. When I got inside, I'm like, damn, this box has some heft to it. My mom's like, yeah. I was like, yeah, it's 30 pounds. What do you expect? I'm like, hush. So, yeah. Apologize if the unboxing video wasn't really all that great, but oh well, what more can you do? I'm not going to take this thing apart again, put it back and then reassemble it just for YouTube. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to. Very nice steel chrome handle. Very sturdy ABS plastic all the way around, even the base underneath it. Like the actual base housing assembly that this full-size hood slips over and gets screwed down into, exactly like a convertible hood. And steel is legitly like, oh yeah, I got some belt stuff over my finger a while. The steel in the fan chamber is like legitly that thick. It's insane. So, steel handle bail, steel rear axle, steel line fan chamber, steel top or metal steel, whatever you want to call it, top bearing cap. Huge, thick ass. Pretty hard to bend too, but it should hopefully loosen it up with a couple years use. 50-foot SJT 16 3-wire cord. Love the pigtail, as I already said earlier. Huge cord hook. Really nice handle grip up there. Goes in like a convertible bowl. Only difference is that it has washers behind it. It's the only difference. See if I can get a better shot of this head adjustment window. Lowest, medium, high, then highest. Yep, I keep it on high. I have normal towel carpet, but it's like a thick shed kind of type of carpet. And this Hoover perks it right up. And we have this recliner on the living room. Don't know if you didn't see it in the video, but we have this really huge recliner on the corner of the living room. And it weighs a little bit too. And I put like these little indents in the carpet. I'm like, how you move a coffee table for spring cleaning and it leaves those like little circular grooves in the carpet. I'm like, none of my other vacuums can actually like make that disappear. This professional series legitly made those like circle spots about that deep, just perk right up. I mean, perk right up. It's insane. You can see the little bag thing back there. Yep, right back there. So, yeah, I'm very pleased with this. This was well worth the money I spent on it. And I got this for myself as like my early birthday gift. So, don't really know what else I can go on about this with. Flip it over to it on its back. There you go. You can really see that 4-brush agitator now. Probably not a safe idea to spin this thing while it's plugged in, but you know, if my hand gets cut off, it gets cut off. There's already dust and dirt and stuff inside of here for me using it. I guess my other vacuums must have really been missing all that dirt and grit. Even surprisingly enough, my sanitaire. This is like shit. There's a lot of There's a lot of freaking fine dust and grit that I can hear jumping up the Type A fill tube as well. It's clearly evident all inside the base there. It's like, damn. At least I know my carpet's getting a true deep down Hoover clean each time I vacuum. Yeah, very thick, sturdy undercarriage. It's not gonna go anywhere. Huge front wheels, decently sized rear wheels. This is just an overall extremely fantastic vacuum. And I seriously never seen a Hoover convertible styled machine with a clear plastic band. That is just weird in my opinion, but oh well, I'm not gonna question Hoover. You know, and I love how on these convertibles the center air path is so freaking wide. It's insane. See, like, look how much of the nozzle that actually covers. So that way, anything the brush hole does pick up and sweeps up, that powerful airflow and suction will actually dry in, not like the little narrow path that's like that big on the sanitaires and whatnot. And I think that's why the sanitaires sound like they have so much airflow, is because it's drawing so much air through such a narrow path. That's probably why. So this Hoover probably has easily almost the same power as my sanitaire. It's just that when you lift the nozzle up, it doesn't actually sound like it because there's such a huge opening right here for the air to be drawn into. And it's even a shorter path too, so that's probably why. And these stiff brushes really dig into my carpet. Well, I'm just gonna call it from now on my normal pile of shag. So, I really do hope you did enjoy my unboxing and assembly video of this. If you did, let me know. That'd be greatly appreciated. I was waiting, so like, I got up at 7 o'clock and it didn't come until like 1. Yeah, it didn't come till like 1, about that. So I've been up for like 7 hours waiting for this thing. And the one cool thing about living in an apartment is that the delivery people can't throw your boxes over fences and whatnot. But yeah, the UPS delivery guy that dropped my Hoover off to me that I had to sign for, don't ask me why they made me sign for it, they just did. The delivery guy was actually really pleasant and very nice and cordial to me, so I give UPS props for actually hiring him. It's good on their part. So next time I'll turn it on for you so you can see these awesome LED headlights and hear the brush hole beat the shit out of my carpet. Now I'm going to put it on its highest setting so that way you can hear it when it makes contact. That's not the brush hole, it's actually the bumper. Listen. Cool how they fade out very softly like that. And I like the fact that this thing has LED headlights too. These things are gonna last forever. I just love the fact that this was styled after the decade of 80s and whatnot. see how I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it like that. Well, actually, kind of like that's what I'm looking at it from at the angle. Love this decade 80 like retro styling and how Hoover decided to keep that, as well as the metal rug plate. Put this bumper back on, kinda. Very well made too. I am loving every single second of this. Extremely well made. It may not be US made, but damn, hey, I can't complain. At least it was designed and tested and well, I don't know if the designed and developed are the same principles or have the same meaning, but designed, developed, and tested in the USA, right in Glen Willow, Ohio, where the Hoover plant resides. So yes, this is a TTI. I'm pretty sure a TTI made machine, but oh well. It's not like it matters. It's built this in my opinion, the same as the decade 80s and whatnot. Last fact, it doesn't have like that rectangle handle. It has a circular steel tube, which I love. And I love the fact that it has a Type A fill tube and polypropylene bag in there. So, guess that's enough of me rambling on. It's about searching out to be a 30-minute video. One last look over of the machine. Very nice ribbed handle grip there. Just don't make any kinky jokes about the handle grip being ribbed. How it's kind of curved. Nice, thick, sturdy plastic cord hook. Wind the cord around that. Nice and neat so it doesn't get all tangled. Cord retainer. Get my finger out of the way. Cord retainer, you put the cord in like a somewhat half loop and stick it up through there. It's very hard. Then you push up over this and pull it down really tight on both ends, like at the same time, with both your hands. Then it just locks it right on there. What activated power switch, steel switch underneath it, plastic cap on top. Loving it. Professional series. Steel lined fan chamber and edge cleaning. I love this label. I've always loved the way these labels are on here. And whatnot. So thank you for taking the time to watch this long, once to say 28-minute video. And have a nice, fantastic day. And if you want to see any more on this Hoover Professional series, you have any questions about it, or you want me to go in more depth of something in it or something like that, then feel free to comment in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Alright, keep my channel going and give me some inspiration, some comments and stuff for new videos. Like my videos and whatnot, and subscribe so that way I can get more well known, because I'm gonna have some pretty badass videos coming out soon. Whatnot. So thank you for watching and hope you enjoyed this 29-minute video. And goodbye.